Hey guys, this show has totally got me hanging upside down on, I have no idea what to tell you. So, this was the end of season 3, the finale. I'm going to put my arms up now. And it was called Through the Looking Glass, which seems to suggest there's a warp in the looking glass, who knows. I guess we haven't seen the last of this station, but then I suppose that's good. I don't know. And, the biggest news of all, obviously, would probably be the untimely passing of Charlie Pace. Rest in peace, my man. We loved you. We loved you so much. I'm gonna cry for you now. Anyway, no, my eyes are itching, that's all. But, it sucks that he had to die at the hands of Mikhail, whose motives I can't even begin to imagine what they are. It seems so arbitrary of a way to die. Mikhail took the orders from Ben to kill him, and that's basically what he did, so I guess he's still on Ben's side. But even Ben, I'm not even sure that he's entirely as evil as we thought he was, because, at one point in the episode, when you think that they've shot Bernard and Saeed, and who was the other one? Why can't I think today? Bernard, Saeed, and Jen. You think that they got shot. But then just before you find out that they didn't get shot, there's Tom walking up the beach saying, Ben is out of his mind, we should have killed him. So, by that I assume that Ben ordered him not to kill him. And then Ben introduced Alex to Danielle, which that was great, seeing Alex and Danielle reunite. Loved that. So, maybe Ben is not entirely a terrible guy. Why am I even saying that? But, it's still baffling why he doesn't want these people to get off the island. How he could possibly know that they're going to end up wherever they are. Now, I'm sitting here watching this flashback, or what I think is a flashback, and thinking, man, what is going on here? Who is he calling on the phone? What is it that he read in the newspaper? Whose funeral is this? Well, obviously, he read about the funeral in the newspaper, as we find out, because he's holding the article just before he visits the funeral parlor. Then he goes in and stands over the coffin, and of course they drag us right along and don't show us who it is. But then they reveal to us at the end that the person he was calling was Kate, because he wanted to know if she was going to go to the funeral. So now we figure, well, that must be Sawyer's funeral. But wait a minute. What is that? That's not a flashback if somebody's dead, right? No, it's a flash forward. And I'm just like, oh my god, it's a flash forward. Ugh. I have never been so happy to be spoiler-free, let me tell you, because that would have just totally screwed it up for me. I had heard rumors that there were going to be flash forwards, but I didn't think they were actually going to do it, and even if they did, I didn't think they would do it this soon. That took me, man, I'm telling you. So, for anyone who's thinking about, going spoiler-free from now on, I highly recommend it. Yeah, man, and Jack with that beard, he looked like Jim Caviezel in The Passion of the Christ, man, what the heck was that? And Walt? What the heck was Walt doing in this episode? When I went back and watched it a second time, I noticed Malcolm David Kelly in the credits. I was so glad I didn't notice that the first time. That, I guess playing on the computer as you watch the episode has its advantages. I tell you, I don't know what the heck he was doing this episode. And then Bonnie, she was just on the rag, sitting there hitting Charlie every time he said something. Man, somebody needed to put a leash on that. That's mean. No, she's actually pretty good looking, but sadly she had to go, I guess, to the bathroom. Yeah, so why were these people even in this station if it didn't need any, obviously Ben never intended for anyone to put a code in to stop this, whatever it is, this jamming, so why would he need anybody to watch them? There must be something else going on. But, when he questioned Bonnie about it, she just said, well, the only reason I'm here is because Ben told me to be here, because I believe in Ben, because I believe in Jacob. It's like I believe in the Christ. Who knows who it's going to be next time. I don't know, man. But the interesting thing about the whole flash-forward scheme is that this gives them a way to telegraph things in the show. Like, when Jack went to the funeral, which we assume is Sawyer's funeral, and the funeral director asks Jack, is he a friend or a family? Jack answers neither. And so, at this point in time, Jack doesn't consider Sawyer to be a family or a friend, not even a friend. And right now on the island, he seems to be, I think he would consider Sawyer at least a friend. So, I don't know. So something's going to happen with Sawyer, which I think that's pretty much, a given. since we've seen, I mean, since he's killed Cooper, he hasn't been the same. That brought something out in him, that Sawyer killing Cooper. So, and thank God Locke didn't do it. Man, when Locke showed up with the gun at the end, I was just like, dude, what the hell? Just get out of here. But Jack was really kicking ass on this episode. You can just shut up. I didn't want to hear your ass. Yeah, but Jack just walked up to him because he knew that Locke wasn't going to shoot him. And I knew it too. And he didn't. He just turned around and walked away and said, "You're not supposed to do this." And, well, no, I guess he didn't, did he? well, he did, actually, is what I mean. He did. And then he realized later he wasn't supposed to, I guess. In the future flashback, he's saying he wants to go back. Because apparently there's nothing for him out there. There's nothing for Sawyer either, obviously, because nobody was at his funeral. And there's probably... it's weird, because Kate is a fugitive. You would think she'd be the one who would least want to get off the island, and yet in the future flashback, she seems to be doing better than either of those two. So what's up with that? She seemed to be the happiest to be back home. It's like, it makes you wonder, where was she living, or who was she living with? Yeah, she did mention a he, though, didn't she? She said, he's going to wonder where I am. And then Jack started to grab her, like, stay here with me. I'm going to kill you. I'm definitely going to have to do a part 2 to this. I'm doing too much messing around. But yeah, the flash forward. What else it does, if they're going to have flash forwards now, that's going to force us to watch out for, like, say, Son's kid or Aaron, a grown-up Aaron. How about that? Some people were saying maybe it's Claire and Aaron that Jack saved in the car crash. I don't know about that, but I thought the kid that he saved, when he saw the kid in the waiting room at the hospital, I thought the kid looked like Ethan. It's like, okay, whatever. Who knows, man? Of course, then we got this whole thing with Naomi. We know now that Naomi is not really connected to Penelope, because Penelope doesn't know who she is. But Naomi knows who Penelope is, so what's up with that? I'd say probably my best guess is that Naomi's working for Charles Widmore, and she's pretending to work for Penelope. Because Charles is trying to stop Penelope from finding Desmond, because he doesn't want Desmond to get her pregnant, because if she gets pregnant, then she's going to die. Because she's going to go to the island and get pregnant there, because they're going to be so horny by the time she gets there that they're going to have sex right there on the island, and she'll get pregnant on the island. No matter where she goes, then she's going to die. God, this has got to be the worst review I've ever done. Seriously, if I don't do like a few more takes of this, I don't want to do any more takes of this, though. I'm having fun. Like I said, I could do a part 2 and just make up for it, though, couldn't I? I don't really have anything else in my notes here, though. I thought the music was really cool in this episode, because the only time they played that music before was in Abandoned, Season 2, Episode 6, when they're climbing up the hill just before Cindy gets captured. They're playing it in slow motion, and then they play it first, like in the pilot, when they're climbing up the mountain. That's the only 2 times they've ever played that music, and now it's all over this episode. So I was happy to hear that, because that's like my favorite music in the show. So, yeah. Anyway, okay, so we're up to 8:30. I'm going to go and turn this off. So, thank you for listening, and hope this upside down, this doesn't make you too dizzy. Take care.